So in today's episode, we have boxer Shaquille Cameron, 7-0, straight out of Gadsden, Alabama. We're gonna go over, just the ins and outs of a life of a boxer.
Yo, Space Gang. Welcome to the BK Spadez Show, where society meets pop culture. I am your host, BK Spadez, and I am here with my very lovely co-host,
Novacaine, baby.
Hey, all right, Space Gang, do us a favor and make sure that you are hitting that like button, that subscribe button. Novacaine, let them know what else they got to do for us.
Head on over
Are
to
you
Apple
from?
Podcasts and leave us a 5-star rating with a written review, or head on over to Spotify and leave us a 5-star rating over there too.
On today's episode, we're going to jump right into this interview. It's an interview that I've been wanting to have for a while now. And I got my little bro, Shaquille Cameron, that we technically just found out we're actually probably related. Which, well, we found it out. Novacaine said that is the most southern country Alabama thing that probably could happen.
I said Southern Blackest. I didn't just want to say Alabama, but since you wanted to bring Alabama into it, hell, you're the most Alabama.
Did I just stereotype my own state?
Yes, you
I did now. Anyway, he's a boxer. You know what? I'm not even gonna go into all that. This is the interview. Here's the homie right here. All right, Space Gang. As promised, we have a very special guest, Shaquille Cameron. Before you speak, before you introduce yourself, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Yes, happy birthday. We leaving your season, but happy birthday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, now we already out my season. It's Leo. It's all Leos now. I'm the last day for Cancer.
Oh man, congratulations on being the last
congratulations. Well, since that's over.
Wow.
Say no, I'm just kidding.
Next.
No, for real.
Tell the Space Gang a little bit about you, sir.
Oh, well, anime nerd, military veteran, foster kid, a lot of titles.
Yeah, you do have a lot of titles.
A lot of titles. I've done a lot. Like actually, let's talk about this.
Wait, you're not finished the list.
I know. We talking about one more thing. I used to be in the step group.
Oh man, back in the day.
Yes. Oh, with BK?
He was one of the mentors.
Yeah, I was gonna say we have a history, sir. I was gonna say it. I wasn't gonna. Yeah, look, back in the day, Shaq was one of. I'm gonna be honest, like one of all the kids was great, first and foremost. But Shaq was one that I had a bias for because technically we're family. All right, so at this point we're family, like we're cousins. All right, so
now the more I keep the longer we start keep saying happy birthday to each other, it's gonna come out eventually, and we're gonna figure out because it's for real. Off probably from my daddy's side somewhere. Just watch. You related to first one, Hughley?
Yeah,
that's my
cousin.
What did I say?
See, we're related. We're cousins. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have just found out that my longtime homie, the longtime little bro, is actually a cousin.
Just shared a post that said, "I got a lot of cousins, and people think I be lying, and it's I'm not."
If you are anywhere connected to our bloodline, the Hughley bloodline, we deep.
Mm-hmm.
This might be the most southern blackest thing that has happened on this show.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
You related to
me crying right now, dealing with y'all.
Anytime you ask somebody you related to, you more than likely related to them for real. Y'all cousins for real, more than likely.
Now when I come back to the house, I'm like, cousin.
That's how it's gonna be.
Let the people know what you do and how you do it, my guy.
Well, I am full-time streamer, full-time dad, as y'all just saw, and a full-time boxer. So
And
I do a lot. I be gardening a little bit too.
Oh,
so you got the
the
green
box.
thumbs.
You got a green thumb too.
All
So you're
right.
a boxer.
Yes.
How do you get into something like that? How did it start for you?
Well, for me, I've growing up, I fought a lot as a kid.
Oh,
But we gotta go back. We gotta go back. You gotta understand, I didn't hit a growth spurt until the 11th grade. So like in 10th grade, I was like 5'4", 5'5", and I've always been underweight.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
even now at
Mhm.
my weigh-ins, I'm at the weigh-ins eating chicken wings because I've gotten on the scale and have weighed the right amount. I weighed 165 for a fight. When I got back on the scale for the official weigh-in, I weighed 159. They made me get on the scale
Wow.
again. I weighed 158. No, but I did no activity. I was literally sitting there waiting. The only motion I made was to get up and get on the scale and
Damn.
sit down. The chair is literally like that far from me.
So wait, so do you drink like a lot of protein shakes and stuff, or like what's the diet looking like? Oh, see, you washing all
Water.
of it away.
I eat all day and I still lose weight.
So
What you
wait,
be
so
eating though?
yeah,
Steak
that's what
all
I was
day,
gonna ask.
Look, it's like you'll understand. Like I was eating steak and potatoes
all the time.
every day, losing weight.
So is that like your
That's
regular
wild.
diet, getting ready, preparing for a fight?
Yeah, I'm trying to get more. I want to be more on it because I can gain muscle. So if I just do a little more muscular workouts, but I also don't want to do too much because muscles do tense, make you tense. They tighten you up and messes
Yeah.
with flexibility. And you need to be flexible to move.
So what is it? You said your motivations was because you fought a lot as a kid, and so you just kind of turned that into your passion.
I mean, because personally, I like to fight. If
Mm.
and that's just if we can fight.
Yeah.
That's just how I am, and we gotta have no bad beef afterwards, or we can fight all the time,
You know
but
what?
but that's just but in a regular setting you can't just fight, but we do live in a capitalist society, and I got to make sure things are paid for because my kid.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let's flip gears a little bit here. How long have you been boxing?
officially since 2015. That's when I started my amateur career.
Okay.
What's like the levels? How do you go from amateur to pro?
You don't even have to do amateurs. You could start if you got if you get registered. Like it's a registration fee. You have to get a physical and all that stuff and get approved. Yeah, it's not as like that's why like a lot of people don't know Layla Ali. She didn't have an amateur career. She just went straight into the professionals. But her instance was her daddy was Muhammad Ali, so she
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
had she had promotion and stuff behind her. That's the biggest thing. When you're fighting, you have a side and a B side. A side is usually the guy with the better record, um, more renowned. They're they're the people's favorite. The B
Mm-hmm.
side's usually the underdog.
Mm-hmm.
So, but B side kind of gets at the lower levels. B side kind of gets it better because they're gonna get paid no matter what. A side,
Yeah.
my pay comes from ticket sales, sponsors, donations, things like that. So like,
Mm.
Okay.
and if nobody buys tickets, I just fought for free. It's happened a few times. And that's why I be like, that's why I just keep posting and stuff. I don't, because when people give me money, I don't. I understand that it's for me, it's for things I need, but I don't like to. I don't be want like because people gave me that because I needed it. I don't be wanting to
Mm-hmm.
spend it
Yeah,
just everywhere if I don't need to,
Mm-hmm.
and that becomes a hard thing because there are other stuff that like I really the most that I put sponsor money into for me is like food and gas for my car, maybe tires and maintenance. But for the most
Mm-hmm.
part, I don't use that money for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
but because we also sponsor you here as well.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So for us, we're expecting you to survive on that money because we kind of understand that even though we might not know the ins and outs of being a boxer and what you have to do day to day, we also understand that you have to get there. You have to make, you have
Mm-hmm.
to provide for you and your fam. So I think most sponsors understand that there's a level of life stuff happening behind the money that they sponsor you, but we also believe in you because we
Yeah.
know the type of person you are and the hustle that you got behind you. Like, like I said, I've known you since you was like what, 14, 15, something like that, 13. It's been a
12.
long, it's been a long time. And I'm 37 now. So it's like watching you become the young man that you are has been all inspiring for one thing, and then seeing how well you have gravitated to boxing and how much you love the sport and how much you're putting into it. Man, I don't mind supporting you at all. We
At
don't mind
all.
supporting you at
At
all.
all. It's really the talent for me. Like, I don't know, like, too deep into boxing, and like some people that I follow career that started off, they ain't got the talent that you got, brother.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
I'm really,
But
really like proud of you, bruh. Like,
that's
go ahead.
one thing about boxing though, like that's so crazy. Like I've seen people who start out and they don't look the best, but now they're like, because they stay consistent and keep fighting and they get used to the pressure of fans yelling at you, hearing people say, "Oh, you suck," or "This guy record stinks," stuff like that. Once you can, once you deal with it, once you've heard it once or two, one, two, three times, it don't matter anymore. Like sometimes, like a lot of times, I'll be fighting and people will be talking in the crowd and I don't hear nothing because I'm focused. Like I'm
Cause you
super focused.
focus.
Like that last
Yeah.
fight, I heard no one.
Oh,
No one.
nice.
Like
Nice.
no one. It may not look like I was focused, but I was hyper focused.
Mm-hmm. So how
So
do you
you
really like zone in and get ready for a match?
good
um,
question.
you know what? You want the honest truth.
Let me find out. It'd be like sitting there cracking jokes all day.
No, that's actually what I do when I'm in a locker room with the other fighters. I'm like, because it is so tense back there. If you just sit
Mm-hmm.
there, it's so quiet, you can feel it. So I'm back there like, look, we finna laugh. Like we the A side. We are
Mm-hmm.
pivoted to we usually pick to win. And
Yeah.
if you trained good enough, like you're supposed to, you should win. It ain't no point in being stressed out. And if you lose, oh well. It's martial arts.
Right.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Right.
I feel you on that. I guess that's a lot easier for you to say since you 7-0 over there, though.
But I mean, I've lost in
Right.
I've lost in my amateur career. Like, and
Okay.
I started out 9-0 in my amateur career.
Okay.
Like, and I got my amateur career. My first fight was a knockout. Second fight was a knockout. Third fight, he ran. And then no, like I hit him once and he figured out I cannot take this. And he just ran the whole time. And I was still learning, so I didn't know how to catch him quite yet. Now you can't
Mm,
get away from me. If you in the
I
ring,
peep.
you ain't going nowhere.
We
So
both here. You ain't going nowhere. I'm right here with you, bruh.
So what are your when you're in the ring and you say you're focused? Is it the only thing you're thinking about in that moment is knocking out your opponent?
Nah, it's just hitting him. I'm not even thinking about knocking him. I just want to hit him as much as I can because I mean that's just what
It's
the
just the way
focus
you
is.
say. You're like, I just need to hit this mug.
I just
That's
need to
it.
hit him.
That's it.
Because in boxing, what it is really is as many hits you get off, right?
Hmm.
I
Clean,
mean, land,
yeah,
clean hits you land.
clean, good shots. Like you can throw a lot of shots, and like if you're doing this, if the judges like some people do that, like they'll just do this to try to rack up on points, and sometimes the judges won't pay attention to it because there's a bias. Like they like they like heavy shots. They like some people like movement. You have to really feed in. You have to know what your judges like.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for me, I don't care. I'm just gonna put you on your ass.
Yeah, it's the power for me.
Yeah.
The
So
one dude got hit in the last match. I was like, oh, I felt this time.
like if you like with some of the videos like without the music on it, if you listen, you can hear like it's like and I was like, okay, I might have been hitting them hard.
You
So
definitely hit him hard.
you don't
You definitely was
realize
hitting
it
him
during
hard.
the match?
No, because like I don't actually come like in with the intent of like because you can really hurt somebody in boxing. You can really hurt somebody. So I just come in with the intent of I know exactly how much I need to make you want to quit. I put a lot of I'm precise with where I punch. Like Neji was one of my favorite characters, so I'm
I was
real
about to just say that's the
precise.
and anime. I can't even talk.
Okay,
The anime nerd
okay,
in
get
you.
it out now.
Whoa.
That's
Finna
right.
Whoa.
Sound it out, baby.
and then the mimini.
All right. All right. Speaking
That movie ruined me. I really couldn't say an enemy for like years because of that. Could not.
Facts. Facts.
speaking of anime, when you come to the ring, you have a very animated style. Like, is that a part of your game? Or is it like the
Well,
head game for you? Or is it just
in a,
something you like to do for fun?
in a sense, it can be, but for me, I'm just enjoying myself. Like, because the music helps me to relax. Like, because I don't care who you are. If you're serious about boxing and you know about fighting anything, anybody can knock you out.
Mm.
And it only takes 7 pounds of pressure to the chin to put somebody to sleep. That's not a lot.
Yeah.
So there's some nerves there. It's okay to be nervous, but that ring walk, it helps you get ready, get prepared. You're like, okay, this is it. This is the real thing. So yeah, I'm just having fun. That's what I do it for. If somebody get bothered by it, that works in my favor too.
I like how much you find boxing is fun because some people, when you hear them talking about their boxing careers, it's like, oh, I'm a predator. I'm out here ready to eat. I'm going to eat. Wow, I was about to go too far. Hold up.
Oh snap! Nova getting ready for her boxing career. She
Oh,
already got it.
hey, look,
Nah,
I can train you.
no, I don't
You
have the
wouldn't believe,
patience.
like, no, like I've had some guys that actually train with me, and because like I pay attention, and I can when I watch people fight, and I pick this up from Blood and Bone.
Uh-oh.
You remember
It's a
that
good movie.
scene, that first fight where he was watching the guy, and he kept watching him, and what he would do is when he would jab, he would drag that arm down. Hold on 1 second.
You know what? I meant to totally ask you about because I've known seen you do this boxing thing for a while. That there are moments where opponents just either back out, can't do it, go missing. And you have to readjust like a lot because the fight beforehand wasn't it like a last minute opponent or
It
something.
was my promoter, and that's why I say she like people can say whatever they want to about her personal life. Look, when it comes to this boxing thing, that lady do as much as she can, as hard as she can. She got me an opponent the weekend before my fight. I don't think
116
you
boxing
understand how
promotion.
hard that is to do. Like usually when a week before, if somebody cancel a fight on you, that's it. You know that fight's over. To get
Mm.
somebody within like 2 days after finding out your opponent backed out and they only got a week to be ready. Yeah, that was insane. Like
That is
definitely
insane given how long it take you guys to train for one fight.
for one fight.
because it takes what weeks, months, sometimes to be
weeks,
prepared for the next
months.
one.
Yeah, but see, I'm always trying. I'm constantly in the gym. Like, well, I was constantly in the gym, but I'm always doing something different in aspects of training, and it always I'm able to make everything transfer over. That's one thing I learned from a Marine Corps boot camp. It all makes sense. Like it sounds crazy, but it all makes sense. Like they used to make us hold a towel up and like that, you think, oh, that ain't heavy. But when they've been making you do push-ups, sit-ups, run, carry people, carry all that you don't realize how sore your muscles are until you do this. But it also it gets you in the habit. It builds a memory in your arm so you can hold a weapon. So it makes sense. And I took that
Yeah.
and I've implemented it in everyday life. Like it's
Mm.
always something I'm looking at to figure out how to get better. Like the
Okay.
visual training Goku does, I do that like at least a month before the fight. So I have different game plans of how I'm going to attack an opponent before we even get there.
Man, that's some good info. So basically what he just said, if y'all weren't paying attention, if you stay ready, you'll always be
You
ready.
always
All
be
right.
ready.
All
Let's
right,
talk about your promotion for 1 second. 116 Boxing. I think it's owned by
Brandy
Brandy
McCain.
Bowen. It's
Yeah,
McCain. Who is
yeah.
Bowen? Where did I get that
That,
name
that's
from?
her.
That's
That's
your
her
other
maiden
cousin.
name. That's her. That she puts her full name out there.
Okay,
'Cause
okay. So
she
now I'm
loves her
glad I'm not
parents.
wrong.
Yeah, she loves her parents. They're pretty.
Okay.
They're
Oh,
pretty sweet people though. They're pretty nice. I've met them.
So I'm
oh.
not sure if she's like, shouts out to her first off, because what she's bringing to the city was something that was definitely needed. Our hometown needed something like this.
Man, and it's like, and I hate it because that, like we were talking about, they trying to get rid of everything. Like they closed our gym down to replace it with the Humane Society, and they're not gonna they're not gonna put stuff in that building. Like I'm gonna show y'all what's the date? 7/23/2023. So in a year's time, 3 years time, we're gonna come back to this date, and I'm gonna go over there and show y'all the gym so you can see that they just wasted our time and just wanted to get rid of us because they felt we were making money and they weren't getting the cut.
Mm.
Oh, that sounds like our hometown. That's what they do. That's what they do best.
So what can y'all do to make it better? Because I know I see you guys. I'm like,
Well, what the French
I've
used to do
befriended
when
a
they
few
had all the
people.
bad politicians back in the day. That's sweet. No, I'm just playing. But
It might be the truth.
Oh, the
It might be
editing is
the
going to be amazing here.
But
but
wait,
yeah,
wait. So no, so I've seen a lot of you guys because I've befriended a few people from you guys' hometown because we've definitely had some guests on the show. So I see a lot of you guys just complaining about how the city isn't bringing anything for you all and like how can you change it for real?
the
I've
problem is some the ones that notice it, we're gonna have to come into money. That's just what it's all boiling down to.
true.
Is yeah, it's money because they're gonna ask for money, and the fact and that's how they get us to stop doing things when they put a price tag on it, and it makes it harder for people who don't have the money. But
Yeah.
if we had a balanced amount of money, like if I was top top rank making big money on TV, it wouldn't be nothing for me to go over there and pay those give the them people the money for the soccer fields, because when I was little I played soccer.
Mm-hmm.
It was fun. We had fun. We had a good time. And it
Mm-hmm.
kept so many, like, you know how many bad kids was on my team?
Yeah, the soccer, the football program that was there
Yeah.
for the young folks, all that stuff was very important, especially to the East Gaston side. Because we
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of outlets over there.
The, and
You know,
and we used to have a boys not yeah, boys and girls club
Boys
on
and
that
Girls
side
Club,
of
they shut
town.
that down too, didn't they?
It's moved over here up closer to Nakalula.
That's too far away. That's way too far away. But to answer your question,
That's
Novacaine, answer
wild.
your question. There are plenty of people in the city that's from my generation and before me right now. Um, there are on the younger side, of course, there
Mm-hmm.
are getting these political positions and are really becoming activists for the city. So, but it's not enough because these people need donations, they need the backing, they need the people to speak up. It's so much that's needed, even in a small town like Gadsden, Alabama.
And
But I
Yeah.
people don't never understand, like, when you ask, like, when it comes down to it, everybody knows everything costs money, but when you start asking for it, they be like, "What you need money for?" And it's like,
I'm sorry for
the
laughing.
the definite the crab in the barrel thing definitely happens,
Yeah.
but it's because we've been so jaded by the city this entire time. It's one of the reasons that I was like, man, we got to get out of here. Like, if I could have lived the life that I wanted to live and stayed in the city, I would have. But since I have a platform, I don't mind amplifying the
Yeah.
voices that's there because I know a
Yeah.
lot of people from the hometown listens to the show. They watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
So, shout outs to y'all. I know I don't say it often. I'm just a private person. But I do have people that come through from the hometown. So here's an opportunity to talk about some issues like we
Yeah.
just did.
I love that.
Real quick.
Here he
What's
goes.
your top anime inspirations?
oh, well, of course, Roronoa Zoro,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
and then Kenpachi Zaraki,
Okay.
and,
Okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
then Bloodlusted Gone,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and then Killua. I also relate to Killua, and then the last one would be, let me see. I already got Kenpachi.
You wanted to put him up there twice.
He damn
No,
near hit
no,
that.
it's
He
somebody.
almost did, didn't he?
It's somebody
I thought he
similar.
was finna hit the.
I already said Kenpachi, like, but it's somebody. It's somebody similar to him. Somebody who go on the same time. Oh, um, Rimaru, Rimaru. Yeah,
Rimaru.
that's my
Anime.
guy.
Rimaru
Because
from
Rimaru was nice until they pushed him to the
Slime.
point. Yeah, he was nice until they pushed him to the point where he wasn't no more.
I gotta watch that second season.
I ain't watched the first season yet.
I ain't worried. The
It's on
only
the to-do list. It's on the to-do list.
You
he
never
tri-
watched it?
he tripping, and when he start, it's all we gonna hear about. It's that good. I promise you.
I'm about to watch it.
All right, so follow-up question. If you could cosplay any anime character to the ring, which one is it?
Oh, that would be dope.
Okay. It would be
Okay.
a Nosuke.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it would be a
That's my
Nosuke,
son,
but I would
y'all.
have to really work out on. Or I have to really work on. I've been kind of slacking on the
You
abs
would
and
have to
stuff,
be cut.
but it wouldn't be anything
You
for
don't
me to do.
have to be cut.
Yeah, like,
You
Right?
but
don't have to be cut.
no, for me, I would have, like, it would make more sense for me to be as cut as Inosuke because I could do it, but it
Okay.
would be a lot
It
of
would
work.
be a
No,
lot of work.
it ain't simple. It'd be a lot of work.
Yeah, that core work,
Yeah,
baby. How?
because
I
my
hate
So
it.
man,
Cause I've been getting in the I've been taking these little fitness courses or whatever, trying to get it right, get it tight. But the core work, I'll be ready to cry. I look over to people and be like, can they see me?
hey Novacaine, if you were a boxer, you were headed to the ring. What are you cosplaying to the ring?
If I was a boxer,
Yeah.
Michiko, Hanshin.
that's
Michiko,
a
that's
good
her
one.
name.
That's a good one. She pretty
Okay.
badass too, though. She got them guns.
She got the guns, she badass. I think she was one of the first like black woman anime characters I've ever really paid
Aw,
attention to. I
you didn't
think,
watch
yeah,
Bleach? You didn't
the
watch
first
Bleach?
one. I know I didn't watch that.
See,
Sorry.
you missed out. There are so many black women in there.
I wouldn't come to the ring as a character. I would want to be a manager. All right. And I'm
Would you
dressing like
cosplay?
Piccolo.
Oh,
Yeah.
That
okay.
I'm
that would be
Piccolo in it.
that would be top tier. If I could get my coach to dress up like Piccolo, because he's bald.
Oh, ball gang.
He's
That's a
You
awesome.
know what?
prerequisite for cosplay for
Second,
Piccolo.
um, second choice is what's old buddy from Iroh, Uncle Iroh. I know it's
Yo,
technically not
Uh,
anime, but whatever.
we look. Come on now. It's
I thought you could cosplay as anything. It
you can
doesn't matter if
cosplay
it's
as anything.
anime.
So
I
yeah,
Yeah.
know,
it don't
but
have.
my question was
It
any
was
anime character.
Oh,
you
any
stupid.
anime character. My
But
bad.
we
Yeah.
understand. Look, if you come dressed up as Uncle Iroh and says an anime cosplay, I'll beat anybody up who says otherwise.
Oh no, because I'm just gonna argue with you that for me, anime and cartoons is one of the same. But that's another conversation for later.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the
Do
top
it.
5. For those of you first time here, there's this movie that Chris Rock has. It's called Top 5. I like the movie. It's one of my favorite movies. And, since I have a podcast, I was like, let's co-opt that since we have a podcast. Correction. I was like, let's co-opt that and make our guests answer the top 5 every time they come on. So, since Shaquille is a official guest this time, let's hear your top 5, sir, because I am very eager to hear this one. I've been waiting for a while for this one.
Yeah,
All
do
right.
it.
So the first two probably gonna throw you off, but you got to remember I was born in '94. So
Okay.
my first is Busta Rhymes.
Okay.
My second is Ice Cube.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
My third is J. Cole.
All right. All right. All
Fourth
right.
is Kendrick Lamar.
All right.
My fifth is 21 Savage.
Nice.
I do believe, and I say this every time, and I could be wrong. Do not remember anybody ever saying 21 Savage.
21, 21, 21. This is definitely the
I
first time
like
somebody
I
said
like
21.
storytellers, but 21 Savage is funny as hell.
Yes.
He be serious, but it be so funny. Cause he'll say something and he'll be like, "Oh God," and then it get me every time.
It's facts.
Every time. But
That's facts.
but when you listen, if you listening to his songs, I understand what he's saying. I get the message. I like storytellers. That's what we missing in the mainstream right now. We're
I
missing
agree.
storytellers. Everybody doing this, which it's not a bad thing. It's summertime, booty shaking, run. What as Ruckus would say, but there's certain for time frames. A lot of those songs, like I like Uzi. I know so much of Uzi's discography to have been an avid hater of Little Uzi. I'm talking
I
about
didn't see that coming.
could not stand him. Couldn't stand him. Still can't stand him but he getting his karma right now with JT. So I'm just like, life works its way out.
Oh Lord.
The whole JT situation was wild.
I mean, Uzi pulled a gun out on his ex when she caught him cheating. So I understand why JT doing what she doing. Yeah, a lot of people don't like.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you on Twitter that's why I like Twitter, because it could be some false information on there, but if you check them comments enough, you'll find
Yeah.
the source.
And then the receipts.
Yeah.
It'd be the receipts for me.
The receipts are crazy. Like I'd be like, y'all really. I was like, you really got on here talking to these folks crazy, knowing this is how you used to act.
Yeah.
When people get on Twitter, like when they be new to Twitter and they think they're gonna come on there trolling regular. Oh, it's crazy.
You
can't be regular troll.
Twitter gonna mess you up. Like you can't get in there and think. Hey,
there are two communities. It's two communities that's gonna find you: Twitter and TikTok. Twitter and TikTok are two communities that will find you no matter what.
And TikTok, TikTok getting real good,
right? At this point, I need a whole Netflix show called TikTok Investigates, because they be finding you. They will find you.
Like I be watching them people. They be putting their little information together. They was like, "Oh, I found this because you took this picture and then you liked these pictures, and I saw y'all had the last name. So I looked and checked in her likes, and I was like, huh,
Mm-hmm.
family reunion. And then I saw you right there with a shirt, Johnson Family Vacation on it. So boom, did a little digging, went and found the lady's mama, and I saw you. There you were telling her happy birthday with your whole government name right there. Is this you?
Right.
And then I'd be like, that look like you, bro.
Let's get back to your top 5, sir.
He
So
already
21
listed all
Savages.
of them.
I want to talk about it since we're in
You
the
want to
top
talk
5
about it?
segment.
Oh, let me.
Uh,
He said J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. You already know we right here on there.
Yeah.
And then he
Buster,
said Buster.
Buster, Ice Cube, and 21 Savage. Though
Hmm.
the amount of just everybody is so far and in between on this list. Like
It's all
that
different types
is,
of rap.
Is exactly.
yeah, yeah.
But
This is
if
some
you think about it, they all tell a story.
They are all
They
storytellers
are all
too.
storytellers.
true,
That's very
true.
But
true.
On
that's
this
like
list, who's the best one though?
Busta
Who's the
Rhymes at
best
one.
storyteller? Buster, Ice Cube, J. Cole, Kendrick, 21 Savage.
Ice Cube.
You
Because
answered correctly. I'm with you.
because I mean I can when Good Day come on, I'm in the whip with him.
Right? Yeah. I vividly see
Facts.
Look,
everything he explained. Like I see that breakfast with no
Mama
hog.
cooked the
I see
breakfast
it.
with no hog. Look, I was just finna say that. Look,
My
like
mind
dang,
instantly like, oh man, we got eggs, some grits, maybe some oatmeal on the side, like whatever.
pancakes. No,
No hog? Did she use chicken?
chicken sausage, chicken sausage, with
See.
no
Oh,
with
we
no pork
breaking it
directly.
down. We breaking it down. We breaking
He
it
said he
down.
messed around. I got a triple double. I was in the crowd cheering for him. I was like, "Thank you, going on."
Lakers
Didn't
stand
even,
up, baby.
didn't even know he was doing it like that. Like, nah, he
Right?
when it came
That
to a
was
store, he got me.
that was him telling us Big Three was coming in the future.
Hmm.
That's what that was.
Hmm.
See, you gotta think outside the box when you listening to Q. You know what I'm saying? That's
Nah,
how
you,
they
you
do.
right. You right.
Facts.
But no, this is a great list. Is there anything before we wrap this show? Is there anything that you want to shout out or say? Maybe I don't know your sponsorship. Is there anything else you want to
Oh,
bring up before we dip out?
well, since you brought up the sponsorship, money. We always need money, but I don't want you to think of it like, oh, I'm just looking for money. No, this money, it's legitimate things. Like you should see the parameters that you get for the different packages. I do
I put it back
promote.
up.
Yeah, I promote people. I promote people, and I promote people hardcore, and I don't delete my videos. So if you do a promotion with me, it's set. That video is gonna
Yeah,
recycle. It's gonna recycle, and because of how things work, somebody could see it 2 years from now, and it'll go viral.
That's facts.
yeah,
Like
you're right.
That's
I
facts.
got a video that's got 80 mil or 80,000 views out of nowhere on me, and I was like, what? And
Yeah,
like, and so yeah, you just it helps with the business because if somebody's comfortable, okay, my phone went off. If somebody's comfortable with you, or they see you, or they see somebody they know, they can ask, "Hey, how's this business?" Or
yeah.
because we all in the same present company. Do they like black people? Because that's a question you have to ask. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You gotta ask it. It's
I
important.
mean, you're right though.
It's important. And if you act obtuse and act like it don't exist, you you're gonna end
It
up
exists.
in some trouble. I
It
try to
exists.
avoid all, but yeah. But back to the topic. The shout outs. Give a shout out to y'all. Y'all sponsor me and y'all
Thank you.
support me and share and do what y'all can.
No
Y'all
doubt. No
never
doubt.
complain about me tagging y'all, even though I'm very
No,
calculated and specific because people be like, "You tagging us every day?" No, baby. I pick certain days and then I tag people. I share that same post. I do not continuously tag people and stuff because I know how it feels to be continuously tagged and stuff, asking for money. So, like, so yeah, I get it.
People probably like, how many donations do he need? All of them.
But
All of them.
people don't understand just because you see the likes and the shares, that doesn't mean people are giving me donations because I can get 70 likes and end up with 3 sponsors.
I feel you on that.
All right, so we got to button this thing up
Okay.
one last time. I'm putting this up one last time before we kick you out the studio. That's the studio right
Okay.
now.
I'm gonna throw some fast shout outs up in this.
Be
Wait, he
nice.
froze.
Go
You
ahead, throw
froze.
them shout out.
You froze. I want to shout out to the BK Spadez podcast. Want to shout out
Ooh,
All
ooh,
American
ooh.
HVAC. Want to shout out, of course, my promotion 116. Shout out Chandrika Johnson. She did my hair last time. I took it down early, but it was beautiful. It was immaculate. Tony Thomas, my sister from Job Corps. She's been supporting me. She recorded my first fight. Like, she lives in Vegas and she got on a plane, came down to see my first fight and recorded.
Oh
So
man,
yeah, I had to
shouts
give a
out.
shout out. Yeah, I had to give a shout out to her. Claude Vaughn, he's Captain Claude's Kitchen, in Coleman, Alabama. He's a sponsor. Who else? T Talk's mommy, her name's Brianna Jackson. That's one of my best friends, my babysitter. She and one of my biggest fans. Like, she argues she's the number one fan because when it comes down to it, she puts in a lot of extra work people don't know about, like extra videos where you don't see me. Sometimes she's recording. She made my sponsor little folder, all that. And then who else? There should be. I may miss somebody, but these are the most recent sponsors. And then my friend Jamila Dean, who I actually met in a Facebook group, and we have been friends since. It was a
That's what's
Facebook.
up.
It's a Facebook group where they were roasting people.
Oh Lord, not the roasting groups.
Oh, no, 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 no,
It's
no,
been
no,
so
no.
long since I seen one of them.
You got, yeah, like that's how long me and her have been friends. Like, and people be like, all right, but they forget I'm from the South. And all my cousins are bigger than me, and they popular and play football. So if you don't know how to joke, you just gonna sit there and be a victim. And I never want to be a victim. So
Yeah.
I always handle myself well because I ain't funny to everybody, but I'm funny. But yeah, her business is Grandma Sweet Ass Desserts. That's literally the business,
Okay.
and
Yeah,
she ships.
I think I've
She
seen that one.
ships. Her
She
she
ships.
ships.
she ships.
Okay. Say less.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like, it's frozen. The quality of it was good. It was great. It tasted good. It wasn't too sugary. Wasn't gritty. Nothing. And I had banana bites, or like banana pudding bars.
Oh,
Great. They
nice.
were
That's,
good.
that
Yeah.
sounds that sounds different.
Yeah. They were
That
good.
sounds good.
They were
Nice.
good.
Any more sponsors? Is that everybody that you can think
That's
of for the
all
moment?
from the last fight. Oh, dang, it's a esports CJ Burton with J&J Sports Management. He got me a sponsor like 10 minutes before the fight.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like
Oh man, my man's working.
he figured out a formula and he been going ham with it.
Shout out
So
to CJ.
yeah, so definitely had to give a shout out to CJ Burton. But it was Esports Alabama. That they gave me a sponsor, and because people don't know, there was some money needed to pay for my opponent. That money they came in, it took care of it. Everything was taken
Okay.
care of. So yeah, that was important. They gave me a shirt, money and a shirt. Yeah, so yeah,
Nice.
and
I'm here for that.
hadn't met me. So, but yeah, thank CJ for that. Like,
I'm
he's
here
been
for that.
looking out.
All right, but we got to end this thing. Definitely appreciate you for coming on. I've been wanting to do this talk with you
For
for
a minute.
quite a while,
Hey,
almost as long as I've been doing this, because I've been at this for 5 years. So
I know I've been trying to figure out at least for 4 seasons when we's gonna bring him on as a guest.
Right. And I think we actually lined up a time at one point, but then something happened and it didn't
Yeah, it
happen.
fell
So
through or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, something happened.
yeah, it might have been one of your fights was
it's
coming up.
it's possible because I try to be frequent with those fights.
When your next fight?
October, unless like somebody sends me a contract and wants to fight. Because I'm finna say, yeah, like I hadn't been at one point I wasn't taking them. I was doing a background, but now I'm just gonna start taking them.
Okay, sounds like
Because
a plan
I
to me.
you can't cheat me if I knock you out.
That's true.
True. I think we pretty much covered everything this time around. If there's anything else I think of, we'll definitely have you back around. Be like, yo, we gotta talk about this.
Okay.
We're looking forward to your next fight. October when?
15th, I believe it'll be in Gadsden.
Okay, October 15th in Gadsden, Alabama. Make sure you guys go support that because if I'm not sure if I'm in town. So I need to figure out where it is so I can get my butt up there and watch this fight too. Because me and the wife has been trying to get back to another fight for a while now. So this might be the opportunity to do so. Thank you for coming through. We appreciate you, bro. Great conversation. Novacaine, you got anything you want to add?
Thank you, Shaquille, for coming through.
Not the full name.
I know it sounds even weird coming out of my mouth. I don't never call you no Shaquille.
It's always weird when somebody say my full name and they've never said it. I'd be like,
It
okay,
feels so weird coming
yeah, that's
out.
my name, but okay.
I'm so proud of you. I know you're gonna go even further and further than you could ever expect, and I can't wait to see it go.
I'm ready.
It's gonna be incredible watching your journey, bro.
It's a
And I
journey
mean that from the
for sure.
bottom of my heart.
It's been
I'm
incredible
about to cry.
from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's fun. Like no matter what, like I like this sport, so I'm gonna stay in it as long as I can. And
Yeah,
I don't plan on getting old and decrepit, so I'll probably be here a long time.
That man said fountain of youth.
Oh
All
yeah.
period.
right. All right, man. Thanks for coming through.
Thank you,
Whew.
Shaq. All right. Thank you guys for listening to the interview. That was such a great interview. Anytime Shaq comes around, we just have a great time. So I hope you guys had a great time with us. BK,
Hmm?
you got to say the part.
Oh, I'm gonna say the part, but yeah, great interview. Definitely had a blast talking to him today. Do us a favor and make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Novacaine, let them know what else they got to do for us.
Head on over to Spotify, leave us a 5-star rating. Head on over to Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star rating and a written review.
All right, Spadez Gang. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
We out.